171 just before the flood of 93.
He snuck up on us. Hell, he did not pick us out. It had to be his mossy old camouflage.
Do you remember where you were during the flood of 1993? How much of your hunting land was affected? Hopefully not much. I'm Taylor Drury, and this is a throwback edition of DoD TV. This segment of DoD TV is brought to you by Scent Crusher. Scent off, game on. Don Kisky, do you guys remember that name? Don laid a lot of monster bucks down on the ground back in the beginning of Drury Outdoors with Dad and Uncle Terry. Let's join Mr. Kisky as he is waiting for what he hopes is a beauty and a beast.
Yes. Yes. Oh, God. What a buck. Oh, my God, yes. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. He snuck up on us. Snuck up on the far side and looked right in the tree. Hell, he did not pick us out. It had to be his mossy old camouflage. Right at us. Oh, my God. Not in a perfect bedding area. I rattled probably 20 minutes ago. Maybe he was coming right up here to us. What a incredible buck. Tell you what, when we position our tree stand for morning stand, we always try to keep the sun at our back. That way when they're looking back towards your tree, if you make noise or whatever, they just can't see you. There's good blood immediately. Should be a short track job. No problem telling where he's going. God, what a monster buck. Look at that rack. Man, what a body too. Huge. Now I tell you what, I can't emphasize the fact how they can sneak up on you after you rattle. But when it's hard rut and you rattle, you better be ready. Because he did, he just snuck right in on us. We weren't ready at all. And luckily we got positioned and got a good shot off at him, but boy, it was touchy. What a buck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got a few deductions on the base, couple big points. Got a curving brow tine even. Wow. That is something. It's hard to beat the rut. The monsters just come out of the woodwork. I don't know where they come from. They're just cruising everywhere looking for hot does.
You know, Terry, looking at that hunt, we really didn't, I don't think back in those years, recognize just how tough it was to get a deer of that age class in front of one of our stands. I mean, we looked at that buck and we said, wow, monster. it has since then we've evolved and we started breaking them down based on age. How old do you think that particular animal was back in '93?
Well, looking now, you know, back then we didn't know how old he was, but I'd say he was 7.5, 8.5 years old. You know, he looked like fully mature. You know, those two guys.
Giant.
He's a giant, absolute pig coming through the woods. And those two guys have always been very aggressive, much more aggressive than probably you and I as far as rattling. Doggone, they were rattling years ago, and I found it odd. You know, Don was in original tree stand pattern, and he attributed that hunt to the deer looking back at him, had the sun at his back over the shoulder, so the sun was shining in the deer's eyes. There was a lot of things went right, but those two guys have been killing big deer for a long time.
And since then, how many mornings have we had that just after a cold front goes through, you got that straight west wind, okay, which is perfect because the wind's in your face, sun's at your back.
Right.
There's no substitution for that AM hunt when you've got that west wind in your face. And just one of those hunts, we'll never forget it. And we're so proud to have had Jay and Don a part of us back then. And both of those guys have gone on to extremely successful careers in the outdoor industry. So it was kind of neat to see where they got started back there in the Monster Buck 2 days.
I think back then they rough scored or green scored that thing at 169, Jay and Don did, but then subsequently I think they had officially scored and it was 171.
171.
Yeah, so a nice deer, a gross boon right off the bat.
3 words, what a giant. Nothing beats the rut, and I think you might be able to agree that those are some of the best days of the whole year. Subscribe below and let us know how your hunting season went during the year of 1993. Maybe you killed a giant like Don Kisky, or maybe your hunting land was majorly affected by the flood. Thanks for watching this episode of DoD TV. I'm Taylor Drury, and I will see ya next time. This segment of DoD TV is brought to you by PSE's Carbon Air. Experience performance.